Hi! In this tutorial, I'll show you some tips and tricks for managing your holds with the Cosby Library and Community Commons. Right now, we are limiting the number of holds that a patron can place. At the time of this recording, the limit is 7. We're doing this because we have a limited amount of space for shelving holds. We're only using the lobby right now. Also, with our curbside service, there's a limit to the amount of books that our staff can reasonably bring out to your car. Also, we have a limited amount of staff members on site in order to pull these holds. So those are all the reasons why we are limiting our number of holds right now. As circumstances change, we may change the number of holds that are allowed. But for right now, there are some tips that you can use in order to better manage your holds and be able to have a nice balance of things that might be ready for you right away and things that you might be waiting on, more popular things that might have lots of holds. So let's say that this is my account. This is one of our sample accounts. It happens to have the name of our namesake, William T. Cosby. And you can see that I've set it up with a number of different holds with different hold statuses. So let me explain the different statuses. So first we have this item at the top, which is being held. It shows me how many days I have to pick up this hold. Under normal circumstances, the amount of days would actually be 7. But right now we're giving people 2 weeks to pick up their holds just because it's a little more difficult to access the library. I have one hold that's pending. This means that the item is actually available in the library. So pending means that I am the first in line for this item and also that the item is available in the library. On the other hand, these active holds, these mean that there are no items in the library. So they may be on order. They may be all checked out to other patrons. If I have an active hold, even if I'm the first in line, I shouldn't expect to get these holds within the 24 or 48 hours that I might expect to have a pending item pulled and held for me. So a pending item, as long as we have a few folks coming in over the weekend to pull items, a pending item will probably show up as held in your account after 24 to 48 hours, or maybe even sooner, depending on when you place the hold. Active holds, however, I may not have a very good idea of when these holds will actually become available for me to pick up. So make sure that you are always checking to see that you actually have held items before you come to the library. We don't want you to come out to the library and not have anything to pick up, so always check your account ahead of time. You'll also see down at the bottom any canceled items, so these may be things that you have actually canceled. Or they may be items that were held for you and that have expired. So those items will also show up as canceled. These canceled items do get cleared out after a while, so they won't be on your account forever, but they will be there for a little while just in case you want to place those holds again, or you want to see if maybe one of your holds has expired. These items will continue to be on active hold for quite a while unless I either cancel them or I suspend them. And I'll explain that in just a little bit. So right now I have 7 items that are either being held or are active holds. And all of these items do count towards my limit. So both held items and pending and active items, those all count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have reached my limit. If I go back to the catalog and I try to request something, I will get a message that the hold cannot be placed because I've exceeded the maximum number of requests. So if this happens, go to your list of hold requests and you will have to make some decisions. I'm going to try to walk you through a few things that I would take into consideration and when it comes to which item am I going to cancel. So of course my held item, there's not much I can do about that except maybe call the library if I decide that I no longer want this item and it is being held for me. I can call the library at 972-304-3658 and ask someone to check this item back in for me so that it's no longer being held for me. This pending item, I can cancel it if I want. It hasn't been pulled yet. The same thing with all these active hold requests. I can cancel those. I can use this suspend function. So what this basically does is it puts a request on pause So my request will still be in the system, but it won't be actively fulfilled if an item comes in. These suspended holds do still count towards your hold limit, so for right now this is probably not going to be a very helpful feature. I'll show you something else that might be a little bit more helpful that you might use instead. But let's see if I can decide which of these items I might want to cancel. So one of the things I might want to take into consideration, let's look at this 1917 DVD versus this Game of Thrones. Okay, so I'm number 6 in line for Game of Thrones. I can actually go out here to the record and look and see how many items the library owns. So there are 2 copies of this Game of Thrones Complete 8th season. There are 6 holds. I'm going to go back up to my account and back to requests. Okay, so I know that there are 2 items, 6 requests. So I can essentially, just to estimate, divide this. So there's 3 requests for each item that we have. 1917 here. Let me go out and look at this. So we have 3 items that are owned by the library and 3 current requests. Let me go back to my account and requests. Now I also know, and this might be kind of hard to tell, but for movies there are 2 different checkout periods. So for a standard movie, just a theatrical release, the checkout period is going to be 1 week. For something like a TV series or a movie marathon pack, something that has multiple movies in it, the checkout period is going to be 3 weeks. So I have 2 copies of Game of Thrones. There are 3 requests about for each copy, and the checkout period is 3 weeks. I'm going to be waiting a while for one of these. 1917, on the other hand, we have 3 copies. There are 3 requests. The checkout period is only a week. I'm going to get this item much sooner, probably. So taking those things into consideration, if I'm choosing between these 2 DVDs, I would probably cancel this Game of Thrones because 1917 I'm going to get quicker. Now I may want Game of Thrones much more, so in that case I might cancel 1917. But those are just some things you might want to take into account. Now these other items, these books, let me show you a few other things. So Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. For a book, the checkout period is 3 weeks. There are 11 holds right now, 11 requests. Again, I can go here and see we have 8 copies, so a little bit over 1 request per copy. Go back to my account. Let's look at The Great Gatsby. So I'm number 1 in line. You would think I'm going to get this pretty soon, right? Well, let's go and look. Now here I'm going to click on Where Is It? Because it says down here that local availability is 0 of 1. So where is it? It's actually on order. Now once something ends up in the catalog as on order, generally it's going to come fairly soon, within a matter of a few weeks. But we never can say for sure when something is going to come from the vendor. So this is sort of a big unknown. When is this item actually going to arrive from the vendor? Now there are rare cases where when you click on Where Is It, it might actually say lost as a status, and that is also a big unknown. An item becomes lost once it's been overdue for quite a while. The system will automatically count it as lost. And at that point, the patron still could turn it back in. We might buy another copy. Or, it may just never come back. And it might not be possible for us to replace it. In those cases, we might contact you and ask you if you would like to interlibrary loan the item, or if there's another item that might fulfill the need that you have for that item. Maybe that information can be found in another item. So those are a number of different scenarios that might occur in those cases. But this Where Is It is a very, very handy tool to try to estimate what you want to do with your holds. I'm going to go back to my account now. So all these things taken into account, the item I'm probably going to be waiting the longest for is this Game of Thrones down here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this Game of Thrones. So now you can see it comes up under canceled, and I can place one other request now that I only have 6 requests. that are active, pending, or held. Let's say that I still want Game of Thrones. Let me go to the record here. So I still want this someday. What I can do is I can add it to a list. This is something that I use myself quite frequently. So let me create a new list here. It's going to give me a warning that if somebody were to produce a warrant for my information, my account information, that what is in this list would be accessible to law enforcement. That's something that we warn people about because it's very important to us. Privacy is very important to libraries in general. That's one of our held ethics as a library. And we don't save much of your personal information. We save contact information, of course, and some other things pertaining to getting in touch with you and being able to track materials that are checked out. However, previously checked out materials, things that have been turned back in, searches, things like that, we don't keep track of any of that kind of information. That's all purged from the system and not kept. So let's call this, so a little bit of behind the scenes library trivia there about library ethics and privacy. So let's call this future checkouts. I'm going to create this list. And now Game of Thrones, the complete 8th season, is on my future checkouts list. And I can go here to my lists on the left-hand side. So this shows up when I look at my account page. And I can see, that Game of Thrones is here. So this is my future checkouts list that I'm actually looking at right now. So again, if I'm just sitting on my account page right here, this will show up on the left under future checkouts. So this is a feature that I recommend you use instead of suspending your holds. Just collect the things that you're going to wait a little while for on this future checkouts list or whatever you might want to call it. And that way you won't forget. You can place those holds later. So this is a really great feature that a lot of people don't realize we have. Really simple to use. It's as simple as the placing a hold, really. So again, if I click on any of these items, this one is another one that is on order. I have no idea when this might come in. I definitely want to read it one of these days though, so I'm going to add it to future checkouts. You can see it's been added to my list. Very handy tool. So again, there it is right there. And from here, once I'm ready to place a hold, I would just go into that record and request it. Let's go back to my requests. So I hope this helps you to better manage your holds and better predict when items might come in, how long you might be waiting for an item, and will empower you to be able to manage that limit of items that we are placing on patron accounts right now. Again, as circumstances change, we will update the number of items that can be placed on hold. And any more information that you might need, you can always email us at cosbyprograms@coppelltx.gov, or you can call us at 972-304-3658.